Excuse me. Hello everyone, and welcome to a tutorial on Tiled. This time, we will show you the basics of the software, going from how to find it to how to use its basic features. Tiled is a free, open source, and easy to use tile map editor. It is already broadly known in the video game making community, and is used in a lot of well-known games like Shovel Knight. First of all, the software's website link is www.mapeditor.org. The link will be in the description. As we can see from the feature list, Tiled has a lot of features, helping you to achieve your task of creating maps easily. Of course, if you haven't done it already, maybe you are looking for a download link so you can try the software yourself. The button Download at itch.io will bring you to that section. You can see older Tiled releases, and all you need to do is click on the Download Now button. Tiled is a free-to-use software, but the owner of the software, Thorbjorn, I think that's Thorbjorn, relies on Patreon to be able to work on the software. If you think the software is useful for what you want to do, I recommend you go support him on this platform. For the sake of this example though, we'll just go to the link. Just click No Thanks, just take me to the downloads. Here you will have a list of the available releases. Tiled is compatible with all three broadly used operating systems, Windows, Mac, and Linux. You can also see two different rows of downloading links, one displaying Release and the other Snapshot. In case you don't know, releases are stable versions of the software and are recommended if you want to start working on it. Snapshots are a little less stable, they're much like beta releases, but still stable enough to provide little to no bugs. Choose the one you need and it'll download it instantly. For this example, we will take the latest snapshot, as it contains elements that make it easier to use for beginners. You will see what soon if you download with the release at that time. There is another way to access the code. As Tiled is a free software, you can reach its GitHub by going back on the website and clicking on the Tiled on GitHub button at the top right corner of the page. If one day you ever want to build Tiled by yourself, Tiled is a Qt creator project and it currently needs Qt 5.9 to be built. No good program comes without its own documentation. To access it, go back to the website another time and click on the documentation button at the top of the page. Little note, Tiled, when downloaded, is given as an archive. To be able to decompress it, you'll need to use an archive handling software such as WinRAR or 7-zip for Windows, tar for Linux, or the Unarchiver for Mac. Now, once the software is launched, a user interface with three buttons will be displayed. We should say first that a map needs a tile set, which is a collection of tiles, to be able to be built, so creating a map requires a tile set. You can start by any of them. The software gives you easy ways to open the other one in the snapshot. If we start by creating a tile set, you'll have to give some information about it, such as the image for your tile set. You just have to choose an image from the file selector by pressing the Browse button, and the name will be auto-completed. You finally have to give your tiles dimensions in pixels, with a margin and spacing if there is some. Now we'll see about maps. The map options you'll need to worry about are the orientation, the map size, and tile size of the map. Maps can be made with rectangular tiles, like we often see, or orthogonal, but they can also be isometric, rotated rectangles to give an impression of 2.5D, or even hexagonal. The map size is basically the number of tiles your map can have, while the tile size must be the same as the tile size you've set for your tile set. Moving on. Every map or tile set must be saved upon creation. Give it a proper name, and then you can start toying with it. If you haven't opened your tile set yet, you can press the button New Tile Set in the tile set view. If you closed it, you can open it again by going into the toolbar and selecting View, forward to Views, and then Toolbars, forward to Tile Set, which must be unticked. Once your tile set and map are opened, all you need to do to start is to go to the Maps tab, toggle the stamp button on the tool list, then click on a tile in the tile set view, and you'll be able to place it in your map. Simple! In case you want to add a group of tiles, you can also hold your left click and select several tiles at the same time. If you hover your mouse on the tools at the top, a little pop-up will appear and describe the name. Don't forget to go check by yourself. You can also see the Undo and Redo button, the Eraser, the Fill tool, and the Stamp tool as the most important ones, as well as three buttons at the very left, which let you create a new file, open an existing file, and save your current file. Now, we can see there is a little problem when trying to display several tiles on top of each other, such as a floor tile and a decoration tile on top of it. Tiled works with a layering system. Tiles are stored in layers, which will be displayed the one after the other from top to bottom. If you go to the Layers view, you can see we only have one layer, which is a tile layer. Tiled can also have different kinds of layers, but for the basics, we'll stick to the basic tile layer. Right-click on the light grey section of the view to make a menu appear. You'll be able to select New, then Tile Layer. You can rename it if you want to. And now you're placing tiles on another layer that will be displayed above the former tile layer. The selected layer in the view is the layer you're modifying. Create as many as you need, and don't forget to switch your layers if you need to. Finally, once your map is finally ready, you'll want to export it so it's compatible with your game. To do so, open the File option in the toolbar and select Save As. Here, if you go to the file extension format, you will be able to choose between tiles map formats, .tmx, XML data in XML, JSON data in .json, and JavaScript in .js. With the Export As button in that same toolbar, you can also export it for some other engines and languages like for GameMaker or Lua. And that's it! You now know the basics about how to create a map on Tiled. If this is not already done by now, don't forget to open the application and test everything by yourself, and don't forget about the documentation, if you're lost and don't know what to do. With all of this, see you later, and most importantly, have fun!